everybody, and welcome to our first videotaped Mathmagicians time. We had got to do Mathmagicians once or twice before everything happened and we were closed for a while, but this is the first time we get to do Mathmagicians on videotape. I know I've been providing some content online, but now that I get to be back at the library a couple of days a week, I have all my supplies so I can show you how to play and make some of these Mathmagicians games. The one that we're going to do today is the Lego counting game. As you can see from here, I made the game board. So I saw this idea online and they had a printable, very elaborate, put together game board that somebody made, but you can make your very own at home with just white paper or colored paper, I guess it doesn't really matter, and markers. I also used a ruler to try to make my blocks even. It didn't work out so well, but I tried. So this game is more for those that are just learning to count. So this is for some of our younger, maybe 3 to 7 or 8 maybe. I mean, 7 or 8 is kind of like the high point, but so 3-year-olds to around 7 or 8-year-olds for this game. You have a start and an end space. So you start your game down here, you end your game up here, and all the spaces, they either say take 1, 2, or 3 or give 1, 2, or 3. So how you play this game is you have little Lego people, hopefully, and these are going to be your playing pieces. So instead of getting like the little pawns that are different colors like you would in a board game, you use your little Lego people. These are some of our super scary looking little Lego people that are your playing pieces. So anybody that's playing, you can play this game with 2 up to however many Lego people you have. It's up to you how many people you want to play the game at a time. This might be good for siblings to play together, or a parent and a child, or grandparent and a child. As long as you have at least 2 Lego people, you are set to play. So you start on the start spot on the board, and then you roll a die to figure out where you go. I use this big gigantic one just to be silly for the video, but you can use any die from any board game that you have, or if you just have regular dice at home, you just need one, because there's only 24 spaces on the whole board. At least that's what fit for me. I guess you could make it longer if you wanted to tape pieces of paper together, but there's only 24 spaces, and so you don't need to use 2. You don't need to move 12 spaces potentially on your first try. So you only need 1 die for that. And you decide who goes first. If it's a parent and child playing together, it's probably nice to let the child go first. You just roll the dice. When I rolled it this time, I got a 4. So I would move my little Lego person 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. I landed on give 2. You don't start with any blocks. So you only start with your Lego person. So if your first move you land on a give space, you don't do anything with it. If the next person were to go and roll a 3, they would land on take 1. So what that means is you also have to have Lego bricks. On the game that I saw online, they recommended using the 4 top square pieces. You can use anything you want as long as they fit together. So these are 2 squares, and then we have like a long piece. So it doesn't really matter as long as they fit together and your Lego person fits on top of whatever your top piece is. So if you land on a take space, you take 1 Lego from whatever your pile is. I have 3 piles set up in front of me because we have our Legos separated by color. So I have a yellow pile, a blue pile, and a red pile. This person that landed on take would just take 1, attach it to the bottom of their Lego person, and they would stay on that space. The next person, rolled, so I was on give 2, 2, 3. This one says go back 2 spaces. So I did add a go back 2 spaces and a go back 3 spaces on my board. You don't have to do that, but you can if you want to. It makes it a little more interesting, and it extends the game a little bit if you land on one of those spaces. So when you go back 2 spaces, it lands on a give 1. This little person still doesn't have any, so there's none to give. And you basically continue to roll and go around the board. You can end it one of 2 ways. You can end it whoever gets to the end first, but that doesn't really teach you a math skill. So my recommendation would be to play the game until all the players have reached the end space. When you reach the end, if you're the first person to reach the end, kind of like in the game of life, you're not really done. You just don't get to roll anymore, but you're not necessarily done with the game. So I would say the first person to get to end, their turn is just over. Keep rolling and keep playing until everybody makes it to the end. And then when you get to the end, when everybody gets to the end, I should say, have everybody take their stacks off of the bottom of their Lego people. So I'm just gonna pretend that we had a couple of stacks with the 2 sets of Lego people. So you can then have everybody take their person at the end, pop their stacks off the bottom, and pull them apart and count. So this person, these two are stuck together. This person would have had 3 bricks. They gained 3 bricks over the course of the entire game by the time they made it to end. The other person gained 4 bricks over the time they got to the end. So the person with the most bricks after everybody reaches end is the winner. That is the way I would play it, and that's the way we would play it if we were playing it here at the library, because not only does that give everybody a chance to finish the game, which sometimes can cause problems if somebody makes it there first and then there's tears and complaints. Everybody gets to make it to the end, but the winner is whoever got the most bricks, and it forces you to count how many you got. It also teaches you about addition and subtraction, especially for the older kids. I said this could go up to 7 and 8-year-olds. So you could have them count out loud. Like if you landed on take 2, and then the next time they landed on give 1, you could say, so 2 minus 1 is, and then they get a visual representation of when they take 1 away, they only have 1 left. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So that is how this game can work for a little bit of an older crowd. As far as the younger crowd, it just works on counting. So you take 3, you have 3. If you give 1, you put 1 back. They're just counting 1, 2, 3. They're counting the number on the die when they roll. They're counting the number of spaces that they go, and then they're also counting their Lego bricks. So a good way to use this game for an age range of 3 to about 8. Like I said, you can make your own board. There are ones out there that you can print out. I think they might be not copyrighted necessarily, but whoever made them in the first place for their own blogs or websites doesn't want people sharing them. So that's why I say to you, it's very easy to just make your own board. It took me probably less than 5 minutes. So that is our Mathmagicians game for today. We hope that you have Legos at home, and we hope that you try this by making your own board. If you do and you would like to share your creations with us, please, as a parent, or if you're watching this yourself, one of the kids, ask a parent to take pictures of you playing or take pictures of your game board and share it with us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. We hope you're having a great summer, and we can't wait to see you back here at the library soon. Have a good day.